What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I am back in the building. And this time, honey, I'm back with a part 2 of Lauren London's relationships, honey. She had a few relationships, honey, I didn't know nothing about. Okay, so apparently, Miss Lauren London, she dated somebody by the name of Neef Buck. He is one half of Young Guns. She dated him from 2002 till 2005. I never really heard of him. He's kind of cute. Next, Trey Songz. She dated him from 2009 to 2013. For some reason, I feel like her and Trey Songz like dated off and on. Okay? And we know her last relationship was with Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace, Nipsey. And that was from 2013 to 2019. And I believe that they split up sometime in 2017. Really briefly, I believe it was around the holidays, Thanksgiving, I believe. And then they, rekindled their romance. So let's hear from Lauren London, honey, out of her own mouth, honey, why she dated Lil Wayne and that whole thing. Let's get off into that.
Now it's like normal, but then it was the surprise. The you and Wayne thing was a surprise to people because nobody really
knew, but that's because
knew or expected, because you seemed like this, like, I don't know, this actress.
I don't know why they gave. I mean, I don't know who came up with that. It was fine, but I'm a human and a woman, and I've been knowing Wayne since I was 15, so.
But come on now, Lauren, cut the bullshit. Come on, ain't nobody sitting at home looking at your pretty fine self and saying, "Oh, she look like somebody that would date Lil Wayne. Put her with Lil Wayne." We're not picturing you, sweetie, with Lil Wayne. What is your problem? You guys, somebody please explain to me why she is, like, she doesn't understand that concept of why a lot of the viewing audience, a lot of the fans out there, why we would have an issue with her with Lil Wayne. We wouldn't wish Lil Wayne on our daughters. We wouldn't wish a Lil Wayne type, I should say, on our daughters, these upcoming generations. So, yes, Lil Wayne has money, but to me, that shouldn't be the reason why you just choose somebody. It shouldn't just be the money. It should be for what they stand for. And my issue, I think I have with Lauren London, I told you, I'm a very big fan of hers. I really do like her. But to me, her life is kind of a contradiction. Because if you notice in the first part, she seems very wise. Well-mannered, well-spoken, gentle, kind, warm. I don't know. I just really get that vibe from her. Like she's deep, like she stands for something. And I just don't understand. You are a person that's like that, but you had a baby with Lil Wayne. You was just another one of his baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? And no, I'm not big, you guys, on pushing folks to get married, but why wasn't it the banker? Why wasn't it the businessman that you settled down with? Why wasn't it, I don't know, you guys, like, why was it Lil Wayne? Why wasn't it, like, somebody else? So, we're gonna get more into, her type, because she does have a specific type, honey, and she's not shy about telling us why she dates, the type of guy she does. Now, like I said, when it come to Nipsey, Nipsey was fine, okay? He was fine as hell. I can kind of let that slide a little bit. For real, I'm serious. Nipsey is a fine man. He is, but I will get off into that because I got a few opinions on that. But Lauren, you killing me, girl, when you act like you shocked that the world would see you with Lil Wayne. That's not something we expected. That's not something that makes any type of sense to us. I don't know.
Maybe because all of the internet and all this stuff is like, people are so, what's the word? You can just get to celebrities so fast now, you know all about them. But when me and Wayne knew each other way back in the day, no one knew who I was. I wasn't acting. I was just probably just the light-skinned girl rolling with him at the time that no one really cared about.
Really?
And because I'm so private, I'm not going to talk about that.
You weren't posting pictures on the web.
No, I'm not.
And really quickly, Will Smith was a rapper, but Will Smith is a different type of rapper, okay? And Will Smith, he stands for something, so Jada Pinkett, she was an actress, when she got with Will was an actor, and, he was a rapper as well, and we didn't make a big deal out of that because that made sense. Will comes off like a very decent guy. I'm sure he's made mistakes, but he ain't never made no Lil Wayne mistakes. Lil Wayne be out here talking about all lives matter. I think when somebody mentioned to him I think he said to somebody, you guys, what's Black Lives Matter? Like, nigga, you don't know what that is? And then I think he said some shit like, there is no such thing as racism. Excuse me? Like, what crack pipe you been smoking out of? You been sipping on that damn lean. You been doing something, honey. Okay. When I heard him talking like that, I was like, oh, he is so unaware. So it's them type of things, you guys, that just make you question why Lauren London, would date somebody like Lil Wayne, Was it a bad guy phase? Well, no, we can't say it's a phase because that's what you like. But I don't know. I don't understand it.
I'm pressed.
I saw you tweeting the other day about his album. I thought that was super cute.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they get along.
The family affair.
That's great. Oh my God! You know what I have to ask you about today too? We're gonna get all the rumor relationship. We have been lovers before.
There it goes. Sound like I said it all already.
You said that. No, you didn't say it all.
Sound like I said it all.
No, that's
already.
not it all. Because then I'd say to myself, no.
Ooh, child. Trey Songz, he fine, honey, but he's a womanizer too.
But one, is she okay with you saying that?
Did you say that to yourself or did you say that to me?
I said it to myself. Now I'm asking you. Is she okay that you would say that publicly?
Right. She is alright. Yeah. I would never.
That's what I wonder.
I would never speak on anybody. Like any relationship I involve myself in is two people. So when asked about any position I'm in with any person, I take into interest what they would think of it, and it's discussed beforehand.
So she would have to be okay with this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would not. So you have a discussion like, this is cool. I can do it. So are you dating now?
No.
No, this was past.
Yes.
Must have been serious to have such a.
I love her. I love her to death. I tell the whole world I love her. She's my friend before anything else.
Oh shit! I didn't know Trey. That's how you feel for real though.
I heard about that.
Did you hear about it?
Yeah.
I was taken aback by this because he was so.
Me too, because I didn't know they was dating.
Right? He was going on about you that you like no other woman, and you're his friend, and
I'm awesome.
no, yeah. She said I'm awesome.
No.
Well, clearly.
I was being sarcastic. No, it didn't come through. Yeah, I've known Trey for a really, really long time.
I liked that. I guess it didn't go anywhere because that was a while ago, that interview. But I thought maybe you might have that might be a love story.
No, I'm single.
Not so that you didn't go that direction.
No. We didn't.
Yo, she says it with a nice smile too, the killer smile.
I want a good guy for you.
Me too. So that's what. Yeah, we're gonna wait for that.
For the good guy.
Yeah. The good guy with a little bit of flavor, though. I don't want, like,
let's not get crazy.
Yeah, I might run all over the extra ultra nice one.
Yeah, we don't want that.
See, when I first heard that, I knew that Lauren London would continue to struggle in her dating life. When I heard that, I knew that she would be one of those ones to struggle. As women, we have to quit with I don't want a nice guy and I don't want him too nice. What the fuck do you want then? Because that's what the universe is gonna say. It's gonna be like, oh, okay, you want a motherfucker that robbed, steal, and kill then. We gonna send you that. We gonna send you, damn old dog off Menace to Society. We gonna send you that type of guy. We need to quit, ladies, saying stupid shit like that. And Lauren London, she was a bit younger right here than what she was on my first part of this that I did, she was older. She had just, had her second child, and she only had the one on here. So she was younger. I think this interview took place back in 2013. So, honey, we will give her a bit of a break, a little bit of a break, but when she made that comment, it just seemed suspicious as a woman to say some shit like that. Oh, I need somebody with some strength. I need, like, what do you expect out of a guy? Why can't he just be a nice guy that treats you right? Or I'm afraid I'm gonna run all over somebody, and why would you try to disrespect somebody? Do you see what I'm saying? And I kind of understand to a certain degree, you guys, what she's saying. But like I said, we have to watch what we put out into the universe. You can't be talking like that, because you'll end up with people, and you could see very clearly what could happen to you or what could happen to them when you choose a certain type of man. So when she said that, it just really rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like that. So we have another little clip where Lauren is talking about Lil Wayne, and she begins to say he's misunderstood and this, that, and the third. Let's play that.
I thought of you when this happened, because when the false stories about Wayne came out, like TMZ, and they were saying that it was really bad, and I was in my house and I felt like I was scared and I felt terrible about it. I can't imagine what you.
Well, I was.
You already knew what the truth
was going on way before. Yeah, that was with all like the extraness they put on it. That was like 3 days late. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't even like no.
Are you worried about him at all? Just his health?
No, I am. No.
I think this was around the time, you guys, where he had the seizure, and y'all know he be sipping on that lean and doing all that other shit that he has no business doing. So, I think this was around the time where people was like saying that he had died, or, he was definitely, I think, in a hospital and stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't know, like Lil Wayne, it's one thing to smoke weed, because weed is not a drug, but it's another thing when you sipping on lean and you doing all popping pills, mollies, and you doing all this other rock star shit. You got some issues, you doing all that type of shit. And to me, Lauren was like downplaying it and, making it look like it wasn't no big deal. But this wasn't the only time that Lil Wayne was in the hospital. He had been in and out the hospital throughout the years for, the seizures and stuff, because he does take drugs, and you know what I'm saying? So
he's okay.
Okay.
He really is. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about how people portray him.
Ain't nobody portraying him a certain way. He do a good job on his own of, being portrayed a certain way. It's one thing when people are portraying you a certain way, and it's another thing when your behavior, okay, it pretty much shows people who you are, and it shows people your intentions. So Lil Wayne can't be on all these damn drugs and pills and all this lean and all this shit and be in the hospital. And then, of course people are going to come out with stories and, they're going to sensationalize shit. But guess what? Lil Wayne gave them the story to sensationalize by being on these different types of drugs and things.
I feel like he gets misunderstood a lot. That's unfair to him, but yeah.
He's doing all right, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I worried when I saw that he announced the tour. I'm like, because Baby called up here saying he needed rest. Now he just announced this big old tour.
He's resting now.
That's not rest. You don't rest for
Today
2 days.
Is rest, right?
Today is rest. He's so supportive and sweet. I love that. Are you finished shooting? You're done shooting.
This clip right here I'm about to play, I don't know, you guys. Once again, it just kind of bothered me with her. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, it seems like Lauren London goes out of her way to, I don't know, to not be a good girl. It's always, I don't know. I'm going to play the clip and then I will be in and out, with my commentary. It's very weird.
Mommy, see, you are a good girl.
I mean, I think you're supposed to.
You're supposed to be, yeah, supposed to be a good mommy.
Yeah, that's all that.
My issue is why she couldn't just accept that somebody looked at her, as a good person. It just always seems like she has this fight in her to show you she's hood, to show you she's down, to show you she lives a different type of lifestyle. And I get it. I do get it that you're human and you don't want people to think that you are representing a fake image. I get that. I think we all know that you're not a goody two-shoes. We could tell by, some of the decisions you've made in your dating life. But to me, it's not every day that people will say that you're a good person or you're a good mom. So to me, just accept it. And to me, there's an issue with her where she's always trying to argue some point about how she's not as good as everybody thinks she is. And, I don't really care for that. But y'all know she's still my girl. I still like her.
I mean, there's tons of options where people don't do that. They have nannies.
I'm a nice person and I do have help. I'm not saying I'm not a good person. I am a nice person, but I'm not some good girl role model individual. I don't want that. That's like a awkward title I wouldn't want.
Yeah, that's kind of what you portray though. Maybe it is the dimples, like you said. It's got to be the dimples.
She is a role model.
Yeah,
I mean, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, I don't mean a role model like that.
Did y'all hear what Hosea said? He plays Malik on The Game. Y'all remember when Lauren London, she was on The Game? She also was on Single Ladies for a little bit. She was on that show too. But I like what he just said to her. He said, you don't have to like the title, good girl. But if that's what people, see, then it is what it is. Even he gets that.
I mean, in the sense of that I'm human and that I curse, I do a lot of shit. I drink, it's a lot of things I do. Like, I curse and people are like, oh, yes.
I love it.
But I'm not.
Now, we want to keep up with you. What's next for Lauren London? What's next for you and how?
So Lauren London ended up purchasing Nipsey Hussle's mixtape. Y'all know that he was pretty much selling them out the trunk of his car. So I believe she ended up getting a mixtape from him and she ended up being a fan of his. And then they ended up, I think he ended up DMing her and, the rest is pretty much history, honey. Let's check in with their cute interview that they did for GQ. And I will be in and out with my commentary.
Hey, what's up? I'm Lauren London, and I'm sitting here with the amazing Nipsey Hussle, the Great. This is the GQ couples clip. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
He's always ready. See, he stays ready, so he doesn't have to get ready.
You got the script, damn.
Babe, I'm an actress. What is my favorite movie of all time?
You got like 3 or 4.
Of all time, though. The one I'm always like, one day. If
Gone
someone,
to Win?
Yes. Can I help
That's
you out
right.
a little bit?
That's right.
Yeah, it's right.
I got one.
You got one.
Go.
One for Hustle. What is my favorite color?
I don't know if you ever told me that, but I'll just say red. Because we joked about it. Or purple.
Purple.
I never remember you saying this is my favorite color.
Purple from royalty.
Isn't he so funny, you all? He's so laid back. He reminds me a lot of Snoop. Really quickly, before I get into the rest of this interview that they did with GQ, basically she was interviewing him. When I saw Lauren and Nipsey together, I think I saw a picture of them together and people was like, yeah, he, used to be in a gang. When I saw a picture of them, I don't know what it was, but I did not see this ending well. I don't know why the thought came into my head. And this is how I know I am an intuitive. You know, I'm not just calling myself that, you guys. I really see things. And I think a lot of us, you know, we see things when we choose to see them, when we're open to see things. But I looked at the picture and I just remember saying it in my head. I just said, this isn't going to end well for her. This isn't good, you know. And then as time went on, you know, as a couple, they won me over because it was just like, you know, everybody has a past. Everybody has the right, you know, to make changes in their life. But that feeling, it never went away. I thought that, he was a step up from Lil Wayne. Like, as I began, like, listening to him in interviews, he didn't sound so ignorant. He was like an entrepreneur. He seemed to be deep, nice looking guy. You know, he don't look like Lil Wayne. He like really looks good with Lauren. I think that was another issue people had. And I'm just being honest, you all. I know some people are like, well, it doesn't matter how people look. People judge people, whether they're ugly or beautiful. They judge people on how people look and how people look together. That's just a truth that I'm willing to tell. I don't know about everybody else, but Lauren and Nipsey, they fit, like, with their looks. She did not fit with Lil Wayne, in my opinion, in the looks thing. I didn't understand that part of it, but honey, that's a story for another day. But she did seem to fit more with Nipsey. And then in this interview, and you know, there were other interviews, I saw them, and I just felt like, okay, I'm starting to understand this. I still don't think it's going to end well, right? That's still in the back of my head, but I felt like he was definitely a good fit for the type of person she is, because, you know, she always has said that she does not like so-called nice guys. So this guy that used to be, you know, in a gang, he's getting his life together. He's building his empire. You know, he's an established rapper. You know, he has his Marathon clothing store. You know, he is this guy, you know, that's really, you know, making waves in the industry. So he seemed to, you know, really fit, you know, the criteria that she's looking for, is what I'm trying to say. So after a while, they, you know, made sense to me. But that feeling, though, it was always in the back of my head.
I got that right, too.
Okay, you did. You're always right.
It wasn't never like we had that combo. This is my favorite color, so that's just some shit we gotta establish now.
5 years and now he learns that purple's my favorite color. Who is my celebrity crush?
You don't tell me no stuff like that. I ain't the type boyfriend that his girl be like, this is my celebrity crush. So she's probably, that's some shit you know and I don't know.
You.
I
don't have a celebrity crush. I'm with my celebrity crush.
Right.
Aww.
There you go.
Who's your celebrity crush?
I ain't got no celebrity crush.
Me.
Nice question, girl. Come on.
What's my...
He said, next question, girl. Come on. He's so funny.
favorite nickname to call you?
Hustle. Right?
Yeah.
What was it in your mind?
Babe, but...
Oh, right.
Hustle. I call you Hustle.
These two, you guys, they definitely have a lot of chemistry. They really do. They're entertaining to watch.
Describe my perfect day or date.
How we gonna tell if it's right, though?
I'll tell you if it's in the ballpark.
I mean, you were like some good food, a good playlist, and like nature, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. How did you...
I like that answer from her is just very regular and simple. I like people that are just very regular and simple, and you know, she didn't say something expensive and, you know, something that had to be grand. I like that. I like that about Lauren. She has that sense of normalcy to her personality. I like that. And I like that he just naturally flowed with that. Because sometimes you could be dating somebody and they try to act more grand. And I'm speaking on this, you guys, because I experienced it. And it's very fucking annoying to be with somebody that try to act like they more than what they is. And everything got to be expensive. Everything got to be a certain way and shit.
Where did she write that down, or how did you check that, like, if that was right?
It's an internal...
So she just telling me if I'm right or wrong?
Yes. What was the last book I read?
I don't know the title, I know the author. I know it's Queen of Ford book.
There you go, Sacred Woman. Yeah.
I'm in tone, man. You know what I'm saying?
He is so funny, y'all.
What's my cell phone number?
I don't know. It's 2018. I think about that too. Like, cell phones remove knowing numbers by heart, so I don't really know nobody.
Do you know the area code?
718.
All right.
Yeah.
Next question. If I could travel anywhere in the world, where would I go?
Bali.
Yep.
I got that right.
Yep. This one you better get right. Who is better with Cross?
His dad.
No.
Man, that's easy. Me. Of course.
Yeah, that's wrong. Me.
I'm supposed to say you?
Yeah.
Nah.
I changed diapers.
I don't think so, but all right. Next question.
Come on, Lauren. You got to get a man that one now.
What was Cross's first word?
Baba.
No, Hustle Dada.
They was all to me in the same window, though.
They were.
It was like 3
With
words
Daddy.
he was saying at the same
Dada was his first word. What's my favorite food to cook for you?
My favorite or your favorite?
I mean, I think it's the same.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Some LA shit.
What's my guilty pleasure TV show?
Mob wives or some shit. One of them wives, housewives.
The Housewives, yeah.
Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. Okay. That's my show too, Nip. Right before Nipsey Hussle was killed, I saw a lot of Nipsey Hussle. I think he was killed late March of 2019, I believe. Before he was killed, something weird happened. I wasn't that familiar with him. I only knew him because I'm a fan of Lauren. So that's, how I knew him. I wasn't really like a fan of his music. I think he's very talented because since he's passed, I, listened to his music. And to me, he's just very dope as an artist, as a person, as a dad, as a boyfriend. He, really won me over as I got to know him. But before he passed, I saw him everywhere. And it was very weird. And I remember asking myself, why do I keep seeing this man? This was right before he passed. I kept, how you get on the internet or Instagram? I kept seeing pictures of him. I kept seeing, it was like that picture of him and Lauren. I think it's like a white and black picture. She's like on a horse or something and he's right beside her. Those are some very nice pictures. I'm going to tell you all now, I believe they will be doing a movie on Nipsey Hussle's life. I do see that coming in the future. But yeah, I saw that picture. I kept seeing Lauren posting a lot on Instagram. They were doing like a lot business wise. And I kept asking myself, why do I keep seeing this? Because it was one of them things where you get online and you're saturated with with Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle, like all their pictures, what they're doing, what they're about to do next, business wise. And then it seemed like maybe a month and a half later, he was gunned down. He was dead. It was just weird. I will never forget that. Never forget that. And they always say that sometimes before a person dies, that's when they were taken off the most. That's when they were doing the most, in their career and in their life. That's when they were, the most busy. So I'll never forget that. This clip right here I'm about to play you all is from Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle, they did an interview at the Grammys. So this was like one of his last interviews.
I love the two of you together. You guys do look like you're on top of a wedding cake today, if I might say.
Wow, okay. Okay, we take that.
You take that, Lauren? You guys are very cute together. And I have to say, she was on Instagram going, I'm back. And I'm like, where'd you just come back from?
I had a baby. Well, 2 years ago. But, you know.
I do the same thing. I'm like, I just had a baby and she's 4.5. It's okay. It feels
a minute to get back to yourself. I know some girls snap back like that. That wasn't my journey.
Girl, I didn't get that gift either, but she looked good, huh?
Man, tell her again. Tell her again.
Right? No, it's your turn. You have to do it.
Telling her all week. She been killing it. She been making me look better, you know?
Oh, that's so cute for Nip to say that.
For sure.
She is a nice little arm piece who has her own talents herself, so it's good. Tell me what it feels like to be here at the Grammys tonight.
Man, just excited, you know, inspired to keep making music. You know what I mean? It's my first album. I've been saying that all day. So to be nominated on my debut, that means a lot, you know?
That means stay in the business is what that means. I know as artists we doubt ourselves a lot, but it's nice to have this validation.
Yeah, and like, you know, we try not to let awards and accolades validate us, but it's nice to be acknowledged, you know what I mean? And it's a team effort too, so even outside of myself and my team to be acknowledged and recognized what they did too.
Yeah. I have to say,
wow, you guys, if you guys could see how Lauren is looking at him. And you can always tell how a woman feels about a man when she's looking at him. She's looking at him with respect, with love, with devotion. She was in love with that man, you all. I can feel it just by looking at them, by looking at her, and, you know, just her listening to him speak.
Yes, you're a rapper, but you are hella woke, and you be splaying some stuff that I'm like, he knows what he's talking about, huh?
He's super smart.
Super smart.
Super smart and super in touch. He's a real all-around person.
He is. You done good, girl.
I did.
You done good, and you done good, okay?
Great.
I did excellent.
You see, he didn't get nervous when I said you look like you're on the top of a wedding cake. He was like, yeah. Did you guys go on a elope or something? Do I need to know something?
Oh.
Yeah, we're not giving no exclusives if we did, you know?
He was nominated for a Grammy.
I gotta find that out on Instagram, right? I know how it is.
You'll probably never find out.
I love that.
But we're here celebrating Victory Lap.
I'm so excited for you. So if you hear your name tonight, what happens? Do you stand up and scream? What happens?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm going to go thank God. I'm going to thank my team and then let the rest flow from the heart.
It's all from God. And you keep sounding like Snoop to me. Does everybody say that to you?
I get that every now and again.
He sound like Snoop, y'all. He look like Snoop. It's actually on my bucket list, honey, to kick it with Snoop one time, honey. Okay? But I love this interview. Very good interview, and it's sad because, you know, he ended up getting killed shortly after this interview was published. So it's just, you know, it's really sad.
Breaking news overnight, Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle shot and killed outside his own clothing store in Los Angeles. Tributes from NBA stars and political leaders are coming in overnight, praising the performer for his focus on stopping gang violence and helping kids. Adrian Banker is in L.A. with the very latest. Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning to you too, Michael. Yes, it seemed that he was friends with everybody. Nipsey Hussle really broke through a barrier before he teamed up his independent label with Atlantic Records here in Hollywood. He famously sold his mixtape, a CD, on the streets of South LA for $100 a pop. He raked in $100,000 in just 24 hours, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. And today, he is being remembered as a savvy and street-credible businessman, and also This morning, fans and friends in mourning after the stunning murder of Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle. The 33-year-old born Ermias Ashkadom shot dead outside his Los Angeles clothing store. 2 other people wounded in that shooting. Overnight, police look for at least one suspect.
In the time of crisis, we preach peace. Suspected of killing Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle has pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors charged 29-year-old Eric Holder with murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon Thursday. Hussle was fatally shot outside his clothing store in South Los Angeles. If convicted, Holder would face a maximum sentence of life in prison. He's being held at the county jail on $7 million bail.
So, never was I prepared for anything like this, so bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna, Ermias was asleep one morning, and I was watching him, because I used to love to just watch him sleep. And I wrote him a text while he was sleeping so that when he woke up, he would read it. And so I'm going to share with you that text. And then I'll go into my little stories about him that were special to me. Ermias, I want you to know that I feel real joy in my heart when I'm around you. I feel safe around you, protected, like a shield over me when you're around. I'm totally myself when I'm with you, which is probably annoying because I don't wear my cool mask anymore. You've made me into more of a woman. You've given me the opportunity to really love a man. You've been with me while I've been sick, through all my fears. You have encouraged me and inspired me to reach higher. I've learned so much about myself with you. You've been my turn up and my church. I wouldn't want to go through this journey with anyone but you. I look up to you in a lot of ways, and I strive to educate myself more like you have. And when we are at odds, I feel defeated and sad, knowing that we are so much better than that. I just want you to know that you've been the greatest boyfriend to me. You aren't perfect, but I would never ask you to be. You and I work, we fit. And you're the coolest guy in the world to me, still. I love you so much unconditionally. My truth is this: I'm never gonna give up on you. My love and my devotion is to you. And I sent that January 21st, 2019.
All right, you guys, that concludes part 2 of this Lauren London series. I will be back with the part 3 to conclude what we have been talking about, okay? Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.